Hey guys, it is Friday night here in the Philippines, and as promised, we're doing a second weekend showcase video. I know it's just Friday, but this is the second video. We did one yesterday on the BMWs, and I explained why we are doing so many videos this weekend in that video. So be sure to check it out. I put the link for it at the end of this video in case you did not get any notification on it. Anyways, today we're looking at all 10 of the official released Mini GT Land Rover Defender 110s. There is another one that is up for pre-order now. It is going to be an Indonesian exclusive. It's black with some orange highlights. There is also another variant of the Camel Trophy winner that you see sitting here in front of you. It is a special edition from Sinopec, which is a gas station franchise in Hong Kong. These ones are kind of like the Toys R Us exclusives in Japan. As you know, like those are only sold at Toys R Us Japan. There's no way that you'll find them at other hobby shops unless it's on the secondary market. And then same thing with the Sinopecs. There is actually the Land Rover. There is a Liberty Walk GTR, a Pandem MK5 Supra, and a McLaren Senna in this 4-car set from Sinopec. All of them are pretty much the same release that is available in regular release Mini GTs, except for the GTR. The GTR is very exclusive with its paint job and high wing and stuff. And I did order one of them, and we will be unboxing it together maybe in a week or two. It's on its way from Hong Kong. Now, the Land Rover, I do try to collect all the Land Rovers, and I would have probably opted for the Sinopec one too, but I really don't see a big difference. And I open everything, so when it's sitting next to this one, you're not going to really see a lot of difference. The only difference on the box, it's, well, Sinopec exclusive box, but it also says support vehicle. This is supposedly the trophy winner. I don't know much about this racing franchise or series, whatever you'd like to call it. I don't know anything about it. I just like the Land Rover Defender 110. So I started collecting them. And I was a fan of Mini GT. So the only thing I see different on the Sinopec is the lack of British flags. Maybe that's because it's a support vehicle and this is the official race vehicle, I guess. And it has the British flag on the front fenders, on the hood, on the windshield, under the Land Rover banner. And then you have one on the back behind the ladder on the passenger side, because it is right-hand drive. And then you have one on the upper part, which is very hard to see, and I did not notice it until I got ready to do this video, the small British flag up there underneath the ladder. Then you have one over here on the right driver's side. So the Sinopec is lacking the British flags. I guess that may be because it's a support vehicle. Not sure. As I said, I never watched a racing series, and also there's a sweet set coming up, maybe, for Mini GT. They haven't really officially released a pre-order date for it, but it has this guy on the boat, the pontoon boat, with like all the crew guys and everything, which is pretty cool. And on the box, it has a picture of the actual photo of the team with the vehicle on this pontoon floating across a lake or river or something like that. So really cool. So that's to give you some insight. If you did miss this, you'll be able to get it again in that set, hopefully, eventually. And then if you're really into the Camel Trophy stuff and you want the support vehicle, which is identical to this one from Sinopec, you can find it on eBay. They're going for about 40 to 50 bucks. I'm not sure what this original one is doing anymore. I know it's hard to find here nowadays. So this was the first release from Mini GT of the Land Rover Defender 110, and it was a huge hit with everyone. And it's because I think of the racing heritage too, the Camel Trophy stuff, but as you can see, beautiful detail in the rack stuff, the ramps, everything's nicely done, and then it has the durable mirrors, which all of them do. And all of them have these mud flaps. As you can see, this one does not have any side steps or anything like that. Does have a big brush guard with grates protecting the headlights and such. You have 2 spares and your tools on the fenders, whereas none of the other ones have these tools on the fenders. None of the other ones have this elaborate of a brush guard either. So really cool piece. Now we're going to bring out his dirty counterpart. This is about the fifth or sixth release. Maybe it's actually the third or fifth release from Mini GT. I was going to try to do these in order, but I figured it would be best to show you guys the dirty one next. As you can see, they did a great job with simulating the dirt, even on the windows. They give it that hazed look, and then, like, as the dirt is more intense on the lower half, and it gets lighter as going up, and you see the splashes on the ramps. Really cool job. The only beef I had with this release is the simulated dirt on the tires is very hard to deal with because it's very fragile. Like, if they did not seat the rim or the tire on the rim well, which you're notorious for doing sometimes with these Land Rovers, you have to readjust them. It's a bad idea to do it on this particular model because the brown paint starts flaking. And I've actually had one that I recently sold. When I got it, it didn't hardly have any brown simulated paint on the tires. This is the one that I unboxed for you guys. As you can see, when we messed around with trying to reseat the rear spare, some of the paint came off, but it still looks good. It actually still looks really good with like just random splashes on the tire. And then this back rear tire is the one that I had problems with. It was only halfway seated on the rim, so I had to kind of finagle it to get it back on there, and when doing so, the paint started flaking off. So that was my only beef with them, is like the simulated dirt on the tires is very, very fragile. So if the rim or the tire's not seated on the rim, don't mess with it. And as I said, I got one where it was very light with the dirt paint on the tires, so I don't know if it had already flaked off or what, but when I opened it, I was hoping to get one and not touch it and be able to put it on the shelf with the simulated dirt, but it didn't quite work in my favor. So anyways, as you can see, the front end, they did a great job also with the dirt. The spare on the hood is lightly misted with dirt, more on the front part of the tread, as you can see. So really great job with simulating the dirt effect. And as I said, the back tire, it doesn't really look that bad, even though it flaked off. It kind of looks more real, like it ran through a puddle of water and washed some of it off or something like that. So pretty cool. So definitely we'll be getting the pontoon set if they do officially release it, to kind of go with these two. And then I need to learn more about it. So if that Camo pack is actually part of the race team and it would be a support vehicle, I may opt to get it eventually too, because as I said, I really dig these Land Rovers. Just hopefully by the time I get some insight on it, it doesn't go through the roof in price. So since we're on the topic of these ones with the elaborate roof racks and all the detail, I'm going to show you guys the golf racing one next. This is a US exclusive. This only came in the clamshell package from Miho US exclusive. Golf Edition Land Rover Defender 110. And once again, has the really nicely detailed roof rack like the Camel Trophy winners, just lacking the side ramps. And kind of unusual, it does have the little like rivets there where the ramps would have been clipped onto, but it doesn't have the ramps. So don't think any of them came with those ramps, though, to be honest with you. None of them came with the brush guard, no winch. Has the plaque here, but no sign on the plaque. So cool casting with the iconic light blue and orange golf livery with the golf emblem on the doors and on the hood. And these always have a really nicely detailed chassis, just like the Camel Trophies. So very nicely done. Button head Phillips screws holding them together in case you want to do some mods and put beefier tires on them. That's always an option. This has a spare on the back, but nothing on the hood. No tools on the fenders, as I pointed out before. So very unique. And this is a left-hand drive, not right-hand drive, and it was only available in left-hand drive. So pretty cool. Now, moving on to a civilian model. This is the first civilian release that they had, and it's kind of like a beach edition, I guess you could call it. And it's in this matte turquoise blue finish with a matte white roof with a small roof rack with 2 surfboards. And it does have the spare on the hood, but no spare on the back. Still has the hitch, has a ladder, but a different style ladder compared to the others. The other ones have kind of just a flat vertical ladder. This one kind of has one that bulges out a little bit. Not sure why either, but maybe there was supposed to be a gas can or something that went back there. I don't know. But anyways, very nice civilian looking model. Kind of like this matte, like light blue, turquoise blue, whatever you'd like to call it. Very nice looking paint. So that is the first civilian release. That was actually the second release from Mini GT. First was the Camel Trophy, then the surfboard one, and then the third one I believe was the Red Bull, or the dirty one. I can't recall. But here's the Red Bull. This has the first appearance of this roof rack here. And as we've noticed, this is the first time it had a sunroof too in the roof. And anyways, this one has a really poorly painted roof too underneath the rack, so it's not so nice as you can see in the lighting. But at least the rack's there to kind of cover it up and take away from it. So this is the first appearance of that style rack, and it has the spare on the back. First time for a wheel cover too. So that's also unique. Still running the hitch. A very cool Red Bull livery, but in a matte black finish. I would have assumed it would have been more of like a matte, like navy blue. But anyways, still a very nice vehicle. Once again, a left-hand drive. Now, the one with the surfboards, I think you could get in both left and right. I think I opted for... I guess I opted for the left, or the right, it looks like. So... anyways, usually I opt for the left-hand drive, but I didn't on that one. So, this is your Red Bull exclusive. And then, I don't know if that's exclusive or not. Sorry, I shouldn't have said exclusive. Then we have the next civilian model. This is the first time I've seen it without a hitch. And I was kind of surprised. I thought it was like missing some accessories, but it's not supposed to have the hitch. This is the county model, V8 emblem. As you can see, definitely civilian model with all these emblems, and then like the conservative, like striping and such, like silver painted bumpers, the Land Rover plaque across the front of the hood, and such. Pretty cool truck. As I said, no hitch, nice detail trim and stuff like this. So definitely one of the more higher end optioned Land Rover Defender 110 civilian models. So pretty cool. Also in like a matte black, I guess I would say. And once you get on these like in a zoomed in and the lighting, sometimes the paint does not look so nice in some areas. But that's like highly zoomed in and under like really bright lighting in the right angle. Setting on the shelf, it looks perfect. So I'm not going to be so picky on that. But anyways, nice looking vehicle just to be all stock. Then we have the UK Post. Royal Post, that is. And this one, actually in the pre-production order picks, it had a hitch. But after they released it, it did not have a hitch. But these were released in correspondence with one another. I'm just wondering if they made a mistake or they just used the same chassis because it is the same wheels, everything, and they just changed out the body and that was it. So, not sure on that one. Now, UK Post does have the spare on the hood, where that one had the spare on the rear. This has nothing on the rear, no ladders, nothing. And it doesn't have any spare back there, nothing on the roof. So, pretty much like the civilian model, but it has the spare on the hood instead of the rear. And it doesn't have all the elaborate trim like this civilian one does. So there you go with the Royal Post. And as I said, I think it was originally planned to have a hitch. At least that was in their advertisements anyways. But when it was final production, no hitch. And if you go and look at the advertisements, you'll see what I mean. And if you look at yours, you'll see that it's probably lacking a hitch. So moving along to the Indonesian Police. And this is one of the very few that I complained a little bit about because of the crooked light bar. As you can kind of see. It's not too bad, but it's still noticeable. And there are actually holes that were put into the roof, I think, the way it looks. You can see where the plastic would have had nipples, those little black circles underneath the light. I would say that's where they drilled some holes in this roof to insert that. But it may just be glue. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I think they're actually holes. So they were off on drilling that. But I don't know if everybody's ended up that way or if it was just one of mine. Or mine was one of the very few that were a little bit screwed up. But this is your Indonesian traffic police. It has a spare on the rear. Has a hitch. No ladder. And pretty cool. Rubber mirrors. And this one's a little bit tweaked in the wrong direction, but no biggie. Nice detail on the front ends, like always. Acrylic headlight lenses, Land Rover badge on the front of the hood, your turn signal, and other, I don't know what I would call those, reflectors that are painted, but nicely painted. Land Rover emblem in the grille, which is very, very small and subtle. Can't zoom in much more than that on it, but they did a fine job. At first, on a couple of them, I thought that was a chip in the grille, but it's not. It's actually an emblem or such. Then the wipers is always a nice touch too. I forgot to point that out on the others. So pretty cool. Then we have the latest two. The one we just did the other day, and I'll just show you that real quick. And actually, we'll save that for last. We'll go ahead and do the camo because I want to point out something on the camo. This actually had a brand new feature. First time seen, the side steps. And once again, second appearance of this rack, and it has the sunroof. So that was like one thing that I came up with. Second appearance of this weird ladder with the bulge in it. Kind of, I guess it would be to clear something. I'm going to guess like gas cans, maybe I don't think spare because it's not a big enough bulge to fit a big diameter spare back there. So I'm going to say maybe like a gas can or something was supposed to set inside there. And no brush guard, but nice camo, nice green wheels, such, very nicely done. And then, last but not least, we looked at the other day for the unboxing, along with the BMW, is this British Red Cross. And this is actually the second appearance of the side steps. And I started to think that the winch was something new, but I guess it's the first time that it's been put on a vehicle without a brush guard. Let me see. No, it's actually different than the Red Bull. Actually, the Red Bull doesn't have one. The Red Bull has a plate. So I'm wrong on that one. The only other ones are the Camel Trophies, as I'm looking here now. So I was wrong about that in the other video. The Red Bull does not have a winch either. It's just the Camel Trophy winners. And the reason that I didn't really notice it on them is because of that big, detailed, huge brush guard. As you can see, it's pretty big and bulky, kind of takes away from the hitch, especially the dirty one. You can't even see the hitch because of all the dirt, or the winch. I shouldn't say hitch, winch. So anyways, this one you could see the winch. First time the winch appeared without a brush guard, I should have said in the last video, with this guy. But once again, this rack appears and it does have a sunroof. So for some reason, this rack comes with correspondence of a sunroof. Second appearance of a wheel cover on the rear spare. The kind of go in correspondence with these stripes for, I guess, like hazard to reflect in case there's an accident and they park this thing on the side of the road. That way it's very reflective and you see it and you don't rear end it while it's sitting there. So nice vehicle. And so the winch I was kind of right about. The first appearance of the winch without a brush guard is on this thing. So let's zoom out and get all of these guys into perspective like in our thumbnail photo. And there you go. So guys, there are all 10 of the Land Rovers that are available straight from Mini GT. But you do have the Sinopec, which is a rare exclusive. That is like the support vehicle, the Camel Trophy. But as I said, the only difference that I can see is the lack of British flags. Then you do have a pre-order out now for an Indonesian exclusive. Not sure what it's for. It's black and it has orange bumpers and a couple of other orange highlights. Then I don't know of any other ones that are coming up soon for pre-order, but I'm sure there will be more. Just like I mentioned with the M4, I don't know of any other Liberty Walk M4s up for pre-order right now, but I'm sure there will be more of them too. So guys, come tomorrow or Sunday, we will be doing our premium unboxing for the beginning of next week, because as I explained, I have some meetings at the embassy next week, so I won't be able to do our unboxing earlier in the week as I usually do. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock it out this weekend. And we have a bunch of premium Hot Wheels that I've been accumulating over the past month or so. Some older stuff from like a decade ago, and then some newer stuff from just the past couple of weeks, couple of months, something like that. So I think we have like 7 or 8 pieces, maybe even more than that by now, to unbox. So that should be an interesting video. Make sure you tune back in for that. And I left the link here, as I mentioned, for the Beamer video we did yesterday, in case you didn't get the notification. And then I left the icon here on the right for you to subscribe. If you have not done so, please do that, and please turn on your bell, the notification, so you know when I launch a new video. And please give me a thumbs up, and please share the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy the beginning of your weekend. Talk to you probably tomorrow or Sunday.